Hey everybody, it's Jill the Chatty Cruiser and I am back. Today we are going to talk about the answer to the question that I get most often from people everywhere, which is how can you travel and go on all these cruises and get all these flights and afford to do it like you do? And so I'm going to let you in on my two biggest secrets about how to travel either free or at least cheap. So stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is good to be back. If you are visiting again, thank you for coming back. And if you're first time here, thank you for joining us. So it has been a long time since I made a video and there's a lot of reasons for that, but I'll let you in just a little bit of what's going on with me. So first thing that happened, awesome. I got a promotion at my day job, cool. Got very busy and then I got COVID. So 2 weeks I was like hanging out, could have made videos, but I couldn't talk. And when I could talk, it was all nasally and I just was like, eh. So no videos. And then as soon as my COVID clearance was done, I had a 2-week vacation planned. It was a land vacation, saw some family, went to New Orleans as I usually do. Good time, but it was not a cruise. But anyway, then I got back here and I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you see my hair going like a Mariah Carey video. I got a fan on. It's 118 degrees here. It is hot and it just has been something else. So anyway, I'm finally back. And of course today, as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about how I travel so much and don't really spend much money. Like sometimes no money at all. So, okay, part one. You might have guessed this, but it is the casino. So we all know that casino gives comp rooms. Now, this is one of these strategies that if you plan to travel and cruise a lot, you do have to front load with money the very first cruise you take. So actually my Princess cruise that I've been talking about, the Discovery Princess, I'm going to reference that because I did pay out of pocket for the cruise itself because it was my first cruise. I don't have any loyalty points. There's really not a lot of ways that I'm aware of to get a free cruise right off the bat. So brand new cruiser. I did have $200 onboard credit, which actually is quite generous, and it seems to be that's the going thing for Princess. Now, you might get 100 if you're traveling with somebody else in your cabin, but because I traveled solo, I get both people's money because I paid for both people. So I had $200 onboard credit, and I took $200 of my own money. I wanted to play in the casino, but I told my friend, I said, I'm getting free cruises out of this. Let me see if I can do it. So I'll tell you a little bit about the strategy of cruising and gambling. Just like any casino, they tally up how much you spend. Now, whether it was their money or your money, they don't really care. So there is a chance that you go into it, you put some money in a machine and you lose it immediately, and it only counts what you tick. So when I say tick, I mean hit the little button and spin the wheels. So Princess does have a more complicated way of doing their points. It's not point for point, but for the example here, we're just going to go with, let's say you're making $1 bet every time you hit that thing. So $1 bet would mean if you're going upwards, let's say you hit the thing 200 times and you've used your $200 that you brought, but you're making money, you get to keep playing. And still, even though it wasn't your money you started with and it's money that you have played and you have gained into your account, you get to keep clicking $1, $1, $1, $1. It is possible that you go in with $200 and after 200 clicks, you've got nothing. That's just gambling. We all know that, especially I'm talking slot machines here. I don't do tables. My math skills are not where they should be to sit there and tally cards in front of people. I do the slots. I love it. So anyway, I had my $200 onboard credit, $200 my own money. The onboard credit I played first, and I played for a while, so I'm up and down. I probably hit the button way more than 200 times though, before that 200 was gone. And then I fed my own money in, and it went up and down and up and down. So you got to think, you hit the thing 200 times, but you had those little winnings that get you free spins and whatever. So I don't know. I would say, double that at least. I probably played double what I put in. But the last night of the cruise, I had $20 left and I was about to call it a night. It was, late on teacher standards. It was like 10 o'clock. Oh God, I got to go to bed. So I was going to play my last 20 and head to bed. I sat down at the firecracker machine. If you're a gambler, you might know this one. It's the most addicting one, so don't sit down at it unless you want to lose money because it's very addicting. But sat down, and for whatever reason, that thing started to hit and hit and hit. And I probably played 2 more hours sitting at that same machine. And the money was up and down, but I was mostly going up. I went from that $20 and I got it up to $750. And of course, like any gambler at the slot machine, okay, not anybody, but me anyway, I kept playing thinking, oh, I can get this to $1,000. I kept playing, and it was starting to drop, and I probably should have gotten out, but you know what? What the heck? I kept playing, and I finally cashed out with $444. That seemed like a good amount. Cashed out. So really, I was going home after hitting that button so many times, I looked like a millionaire. And then I was still going home with my $200 that I brought myself, the $200 onboard credit I was given, and $44 more. So I went up $44. Cool. I have no idea really if that would have gotten me a cruise or not at this point. The last night of the cruise, they slip a thing under your door. It gave me $350 onboard credit for any cruise I book within a month, I think. And I'm like, I can't cruise in the next month. So that just went by the wayside. So anyway, I came home, and I think I got my first casino offer in the mail. They send you these really pretty, eye-catching offers. This one that I kept for this video is probably the 3rd or 4th one I've gotten since April. But when you get these in the mail, I didn't even know it was coming actually. It has the cruises that you can go on, and they're free interior room. But on this anyway, on these, it tells you what days are available. And on this side, it does tell you free interior room as well as $100 casino play. Great, but with my work schedule, most people's work schedule, I assume we have to plan vacations out. I can't just go, let's see, today is like July 23rd. One of these is for September, one's in October, one's in November. I already have my PTO put in for the year. I can't go on these anyway. But what happened, before I even started getting these in the mail, I went on to princess.com, signed in as myself, and I was actually going shopping because I wanted to go on another Princess cruise, and I was just going to pay out of pocket. I was looking at some itineraries, just doing preliminary research, and I noticed a lot of the cruises were $0. I was logged in my account, and every cruise was free. It didn't matter if it was to the Caribbean, it didn't matter if it was to Alaska, and even the ones to Europe in the Mediterranean, where is definitely on my bucket list. They were all free interiors. So I actually did book one. So now I have another cruise coming up in March. It was free interior, and it's going to Mexico, Honduras, and Belize, and out of Galveston, Texas, which is not too far from me. And I did upgrade though. For a smaller amount of price, you can upgrade to a balcony or whatever. And I said, you know what, if we're pulling into Honduras or Belize and it's beautiful, I want to be able to see it and have my balcony. So I believe the upgrade for a 7-night cruise, I paid somewhere around $600. Okay, so my free cruise did cost me money, but I did have the option to not have to pay anything. If I was cool with an interior room, that's a free cruise. So it's the one time I went to the casino, got to hit the button a lot of times. I guess they think I'm worth something. Anyway, and then I get these. So I have a feeling I'm on the good list for them, and I can continue to get these. And of course, when I go on my next Princess cruise that I booked for free, I will take some of my own money to the casino to make sure they know I'm still good for it and I'm enjoying this. So there is my way I cruise super cheap. Okay, so that's cruising for free. Second part, you have to have flights to get most places. So this came about from my cruise with Princess. I generally don't have loyalty to an airline. I've always booked what's cheapest with the best itinerary and gets me there. So really I have loyalty accounts with like every airline, but they have very little credit in them because I don't fly exclusively one airline or the other. So anyway, I was checking out Southwest, and I just needed to get from Phoenix to LA. It's a little puddle jumper trip. It's like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And I didn't even know I actually did have some miles. And for those shorter flights, you don't need a lot of points or miles. And so Southwest, I had enough to get me there and back for free. Now, when I say free, I mean the fare's free. You always have to pay the taxes and fees and whatever. But round trip for Southwest anyway, from here to there is only $11 and I think 90 cents. So I got my round trip flights for $11.90. Don't quote me on the cents, but it's $11 and some odd cents. And so that pretty much depleted the bit of points I had in my account. But I was just thinking, wow, okay. So I did actually open a credit card with them. Cute little credit card. It doesn't have any of my information on the front. But anyway, here's what I have found out about their credit card. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, so if you suck with money and you're going to get yourself in a ditch by getting a credit card, don't do it. But if you're good with money and you think you're disciplined enough, go ahead and get this credit card, and I'll tell you why. When I opened it, I believe I got 50,000 miles. Now, the miles to dollars, they never really come out, but let me tell you, just for a point of reference, Phoenix to LA flights are between 7,000 to 12,000 miles each way. And they gave me 50,000. So right there, I already got a free flight pretty much anywhere I want to go. And then with the credit card, again, there's stipulations, but every time you put anything on it, you're going to get points. And if you spend it with Southwest, you're going to get double points. So for that, every now and again, I'm going to have to buy a flight probably and get my double points. But like I bought my flight getting me to Atlanta and back, and that's stocking up my points because I got double because I put it on the credit card. And it's a pretty long flight, so the longer your flight, the more expensive, the more miles you get, or points, whatever you want to call them. But here's the kicker. So 2 more things that happened in my favor with this card recently. One, while I was in Atlanta, I got a message saying, hey, sign up friends for free and get bonus miles. So I actually had just signed my godfather up for this card a couple days earlier, and I was supposed to get 20,000 miles for a friend right before the promotion started, but I called them. They're going to credit me 20,000 miles for signing him up. I have 4 more people I can sign up. So if you want to sign up for this card and would like my referral code, let me know. I will send it straight to you so you can get this deal too. And then the other thing that happened is like a day later, I got an email saying that from July, whenever it was, all the way till September 30th, they're giving 5 times the points for gas, groceries, and restaurants. The 3 things probably we all do the most. So, you know, wrapping my mind around paying a credit card, I've been really good with it, but my truck takes at least $100 in gas, and normally I would just put it on my debit card, but why would I do that? I put in $100 and I get 500 points. Again, 500 is pretty good. A tank of gas that I was gonna have to pay for anyway out of pocket gets me 500 points when, like I said, some of the flights to LA are 7,000. So that's like 1/14 of the way to LA. If I put in 14 tanks of gas, I get the points. Grocery, we all know groceries are up. I'm spending $100 or $200 on groceries every week anyway out of my debit, so why not put it on the card, and then I pay it right off out of my debit account anyway. So that is the good thing about this card. Actually, I've gotten more bang for my buck with this card in the last 6 months probably than my Royal Caribbean rewards card through Bank of America is getting me. I have a couple other rewards cards and none of them add up like the Southwest card. And Southwest, I didn't fly them that much, and I figured out they pretty much fly everywhere these days. They are like legit. So anyway, my flights to Galveston for my March will be free. My flights, I already got my flight back to LA for my Navigator of the Seas on Royal Caribbean in November. That's going to be free. And due to itineraries, I only booked 1 leg to my Miami MSC cruise that's coming up for Christmas. I booked 1 leg on Southwest, and that was free. And so pretty much the money I was going to spend anyway on this is getting my free flights, like gas, groceries, whatever. I'm going to be buying those anyway. So anyway, those are my 2 little secrets to how I get to travel so much and don't spend a whole lot out of pocket. So if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments below. If you have any experience yourself with any of this, please let me know. And thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.